The following segment is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services. Okay, listen up, you guys. Tax day may seem far away, but filing early can save you time, money, and stress. Mark Stieber from Jackson Hewitt Tax Services is here to share what you need to watch out for this year. It is around the corner. Welcome to the show, Mark. Good to see you.
It is in game for tax season. No time like the present.
And filing early can save us. We're going to dive into that in a second, but remind us, what day is tax day?
Tax day is April 15th, but that's an artificial deadline. You should never wait on that, and goodness knows you should never extend. File when you have your stuff, and that is now.
Okay, you guys hear that? File now, and filing early can, again, save you money. Why is this significant?
Well, it's significant every year, but it's gotten more pronounced as refunds continue to be big, higher this year than last year. You file early, you get your money early. You don't have to be a financial wizard to know you don't wait till 6 months from now to get your money. File early, get your money. Secondly, even more important, if you file early, you lock up your data with the IRS. You, your significant other, your dependents, their social security numbers and their names are locked. So if somebody stole your data, bought it on the dark web, found your copy of your tax return on your printer last year, they can't file a fake return and steal your refund. It's locked up. First person in locks the data. Lock your house, lock your car, lock up your data. The third reason I often hear people say, well, I'm going to wait till later. I'm going to owe. My crypto hit big. My side hustle's making money. I'm going to wait till later because I'll get the cash. File early, lock up your data, and you still don't have to pay till April 15th. Filing is separate from paying. So there's no good reason that I've ever heard on waiting till later. And I know you and I chatted, and I'm sure you have a good story. But no, file when you get your data. Do not wait. It's just the smart thing today.
No, I love all of that. My face, you can probably see it. I'm like literally taking all the notes. I hope you guys are as well. I didn't know one of the facts that you just said, so that's super interesting. Lock it now. What is new this tax filing season? Because I know every year things change. So what should our viewers know?
You got 2 hours because there's always changes. Even this year when they say it's not a big change year, the one big change we're seeing is if you got paid through a third-party app like Venmo or Apple Pay, PayPal, if you get more than a certain amount, you're going to get a 1099-K, and so is the IRS. Now that amount will be $600 next year. This year it's $5,000. So if you got $5,000 in 2024 through a third-party app, you're going to get a form, and so is the IRS, and you should already have it. And you can't ignore it as a hobby or you got bad guidance from Uncle Bob and TikTok. If you got a 1099-K, you got to put that on your tax return, and a tax pro can tell you how.
Oh, interesting. Is Facebook Marketplace on this as well?
Anybody that gets paid on these third-party platforms with your phone. Anything.
Interesting.
There's like dozens of them.
Wow, that's a really big change. Okay, so we need to focus on this year, but next year, remember, that number's going down.
Way down.
What about scams? Scams are happening all the time. What should
About
taxpayer
100 million people will get tax refunds, $3,000 on average. $300 billion is going from the IRS to Americans. When you have that much money, bad people creep into the system. So just use some common sense. If somebody approaches you with a guaranteed refund, or they don't need to sign it, or they had a friend who worked at the IRS, just be cautious. And do this as your final point. The IRS does not text, they do not call, and they do not email. So if you get one of those nefarious emails or texts saying, hey, we need to verify your information, go see a tax pro. They'll debunk it in 1 minute. It's not the IRS.
I'm so glad that you brought that up. I think I have like 10 on my voicemail, and it's so frustrating because you panic. And
fake,
you go,
fake, fake, and fake.
Fake, 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 and fake. Okay, well, what happens if someone thinks they will miss the deadline?
If you miss the deadline, you at least need to have to pay your taxes due, or you run the risk of a failure to pay penalty, failure to file penalty to be sure, underpayment penalty, and interest. Then you got to pay a pro to clean it all up. So whatever you do, know this. File your tax return by the deadline. Even if you're not going to pay, you stop the fail to file penalty, and that's a big one. Because then you're on the system with the IRS, and they at least cut that half the penalty away, even if you don't pay till later. And a pro can tell you how to finance it through the IRS, other different ways to get your money, or even have the tax liability eliminated if you're really on hard times.
Well, Mark, thank you so much. You've been so informative. This has been so helpful. Where can everyone go to find you guys? Because you're the guy.
Yep, our website at jacksonhewitt.com, just that simple. We've got frequently asked questions, videos, questions, calculators, and then you put your zip code in and you can find the location. jacksonhewitt.com, great place to go, even if you're going to do it yourself and be Wild West. But if you want to have somebody just do it all, go there and they'll show you an office in your area.
Thank you so much again for all the helpful tips and for being on our show. All right, you guys, don't go anywhere because we will be right back after this short break.